Why? You know, before I even ask you why, let me tell you the story before I even ask you why. Okay, so look. So I was on the internet, you know what I mean, a little while ago, and you know, I was just feeling some type of way. I was like, you know, I need to go out there and find me a little boo-boo. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I could just, you know what I mean, just breathe and just see what it be. And so this dude hit me up, and I should have known. Like, honestly, like, I'm embarrassed telling y'all this story, and I feel like that's why I didn't tell y'all this story for a minute. Because honestly, if I'm reviewing the facts, the details, the figures, I'm realizing that this nigga's screen name was Goofy Swag, some motherfucking numbers after that shit. And literally, this nigga did look goofy as the fuck. And even while he looked goofy, you know, he was coming correct in these messages. And I was kind of just like, well, you know what I mean? How goofy could he be? You know what I mean? I'm a silly bitch. So, you know, that'd be chill. So, like, let's meet up. Let's hang out. You know what I mean? You know how people be doing on the internet these days. Just be talking and then meeting. So, we met up. His vibe was cool. You know, we smoked. We was at a park and shit. I be meeting niggas at the park. So, I'm like, you know what? If I don't fuck with you, I could just walk in the other direction. You know, it's a field and shit. I'll hide behind the jungle gym. Like, it's fine. Like, if I don't want to meet you, bitch, I'll just dip behind a fucking tree branch. And that's just where the fuck I'll post up. But it wasn't even that type of situation because I met up with him. He was taller than me. And I was like, ooh, girl, you got some height, okay? So I was like into it. I rolled up on him. You know what I mean? I was looking just majestic and shit. You know how I do. And so we, you know, we was kicking it, fly, whatever. So, you know, we chilled for a little bit, you know. And then obviously, you know, I was trying to fuck really, if I'm being honest with you. So, you know, we went back to my plans. We was getting on a poppin'. Everything was good, okay? But after everything, I was like, okay, like, he was cool, but I don't need to experience that shit again. You know what I mean? Like, you ever just fuck with somebody, and it's not even that it's bad. It's just like, you know what? That just didn't hit the spot for me. You know what I mean? I think I was looking for, like, a veal cutlet or some shit, and that nigga only had some pork chops, which is good, but if you want veal, bitch, you want veal, bitch. So I was just like, I'm gonna have to, you know, slide to the right. So anyways, a couple days passed, you know what I mean? I'm not even thinking about this nigga, okay? He didn't hit me up afterwards, so I'm like, word, I hope it was lackluster, you know what I mean? I hope you don't even hit me up. We just move on from this and live our lives. Because again, it wasn't a terrible time, but it was just kind of like, you know what I mean? He didn't know my levels, you know what I mean? He wasn't on the same vibe with me, so it was okay. It just wasn't great. So anyways, I just didn't even think about it. And randomly, it was like a Thursday, bitch, and I was trying to sleep because it was my first day off, like, all week, bitch. And at the time, okay, a bitch was a barista. A bitch was working in the morning, in the AM, serving, like, just grumpy-ass folks that would prefer to be drinking some fucking alcohol, basic-ass coffees, and some boring-ass granolas, okay? So I was just trying to get my Thursday morning sleep in. And I get a phone call at 6 in the fucking morning, and I'm sitting here like, bark? Why the fuck? You know, like, it's kind of just like you, and the thing is, at the time, as all times, I only got but so many motherfuckers that call me, really. So it was kind of like, who is calling me this early? I'm like, I'm in mountain time. I'm trying to figure out in my head, trying to do the math, like, who could be awake at this hour trying to fucking call me? And so I answer the phone wildly, you know, because I don't even see what the number is. I don't even care. I'm just like, what is happening? And I'm like, hello? And I hear an unfamiliar voice. I hear a voice I never heard before, bitch. And I'm kind of just like, who is this? And because the person was like, hello, who is this? And I'm just like, you called me, though. Like, honestly, I wasn't even at fucking sleep because I was just like, you called me, though. And homegirl was like, well, do you know a nigga named Leonard? And I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be 100 with you. Goofy Swag, I didn't know what his name was. I had no fucking clue, quite honestly. I didn't give a fuck. Like, we were just kicking it. It wasn't that deep. Like I said, I was trying to call him again. So I was like, Leonard. I was like, bitch, why you calling me so early in the fucking morning about a nigga named Leonard? Like, who the fuck knows Leonard, bitch? So I'm sitting here like, I don't even know nobody named Leonard. Like, I told her that shit, basically. And so she was just like, you don't know nobody named Leonard? Are you sure? Bitch, don't question my morning mind, okay? I know what the fuck I know. And I know I don't know no fucking Leonard. I don't know anybody named Leonard, honestly, to this day. But anyways, his name was fucking Leonard, I find out later in life, because she's like, oh, well, you don't know a nigga by this phone number, za-za-za, za-za, 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 and the 8 zas or whatever, the however many you need for a number. And I'm just like, I was just like going through my phone, and I had her on speaker at this point, which is crazy because I have roommates, my nigga, and I was just kind of like talking to this. She was a loud bitch too, and she was just like, the number is ja Gabor, and I'm just like, okay, and I'm looking, and I'm like, oh, like that nigga from the other damn day. And I was like, oh, I don't know him, but I chilled with him before. You feel? Because I was like, girl, you don't even know my business. Like, I'm gonna tell you everything. Shit. Fuck. Keep some shit mysterious, okay? Fuck. You don't know. Why you calling me? What the fuck? So she's telling me, well, just so you know, if you kissed him, you kissed my pussy, bitch. Bark, bark, bitch. I was like dead, honestly. I was laughing at her ass on the phone because I'm like, first of all, bitch, I didn't even kiss that nigga. I wasn't even into him like that. Like, he couldn't get none of my mouth. No, ma'am. And so I was like, girl, I didn't kiss him. I was like, girl, I did not kiss that man. And then she was like, but y'all fucked, right? And I was like, we definitely did fuck. I was like, and unfortunately, I was like, that seemingly is a problem for you. I was like, I just want you to know, I am not trying to be all up in his business. I was like, that was just a one-time thing for me. I'm good. She was like, She was like, well, she's like, I hope that is the case. Because he is my man, okay? I pay for his phone. I buy his clothes. I buy his food. She was just going in on all the purchases that she makes. And I was kind of just like, well, girl, you're the fucking fool. Because he certainly brought some drinks and some weed and some snacks to my fucking home. So I don't know why the fuck while you're paying those things, bitch, he's buying other things, girl. So like, get y'all budget together. I had to say this shit though, bitch. Of course not. It's 6 o'clock in the fucking morning. I want to get off the fucking phone with this bitch. But I'm nosy, so I did want to catch the tea. And also, it's kind of like, you know what? If I was the fool and I was calling somebody talking about Barbara, you know what I mean? Talk about, girl, like, you been seeing my man. Like, I'm going to listen to you, bitch. I'm going to let you get it out because really, you're not mad at me. Like, you mad at this nigga because we don't even know each other like that. So, anyway, so she was just telling me about all the shit that she was paying for him. And I was just like, okay, girl. I was like, well, still not fucking with that nigga. But, you know what? You have a blessed morning. Like, I remember telling that bitch, have a blessed morning, girl. And I didn't even learn her name. She didn't even tell me her fucking name. All I knew was I fucked a nigga named Leonard. That's all I learned on that day. So, after that, my roommate obviously came downstairs and she was just like, bitch. She was like, that was crazy. Like, why were you talking that loud this morning? I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, apparently, I was like, I got a call from a girl who, I guess I fucked her man, and now she mad at me. And it's just like, she telling me not to call this nigga no more and shit. And I'm like, girl, I'm not. And so my roommate was like understanding in ways, but she was just like, that was crazy. I was like, bitch. I was like, who the fuck plans to talk to somebody early the fuck in the morning and be like, yes, I fucked your nigga? Like, no. Like, you don't plan for that shit. That shit pops up on a fucking Thursday when we trying to fucking sleep in. Okay? So, anyways, fast forward like 2 weeks later, not even 2 weeks, let me not lie. He hit me up like the next day, and I was like, bruh, I was like, your girl called me. Like, he hit me up talking about something, what's good? I was like, yo, your girl called me. Like, you shouldn't be hitting me up. I was like, you need to be calling this number. I copied and pasted her number. I was like, call and text this number because this woman says that you belong to her and you need to be over there with her ass. And he was feeling some type of way. He was like, that is not my girl. He was like, that is not my girl. Like, he kept telling me that was not his girl, all this shit, all this and that. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, I was like, until I can go on Maury and get a fucking lie detector test, bitch, and I'm not going to do that, but if it were to be the case where it was, like, convenient and accessible, it don't even really matter. Honestly, I wasn't even trying to fuck with this nigga, but I was like, girl, I was like, this is sad. I was like, this is a cry for help, girl. I was like, do you want to get away from her? I didn't even say all that, but I was just like, damn, like, this nigga is just like, he's either lying or that bitch is crazy. And honestly, I feel like it might be a little bit of both. Like, I feel like she really is taking care of that nigga, but I feel like he is not claiming her. And I feel like that's what it is. I feel like he's being a shady ass nigga and not claiming her, but he really do live at her house and he really do let her trick on him. And whatever the fucking case may be, that really don't got nothing to do with me. So I was like, anyways, live my life. So, you know, I'm telling him, like, I don't really give a fuck. I was like, live your life. I was like, I really can't be dealing with nobody that got people calling me at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, that was the main killer for me. Because it's like, I would have maybe entertained you again, bitch. But you coming into this with a bitch holding a leash on you. Walkie-talkie, trying to hit me up, two-way radio, like, what's he doing? Like, bitch, I know that you're with him. Well, no. That's not how the fuck I like to live my life. So I was just like, girl, I was like, live your life, girl. I was like, blow away. And so, anyways, he hit me up like a week later, talking about, I want to chill with you so bad. Like, I'm not with nobody. That girl is not my girlfriend. Like, I just want to see you. And all this and that. And honestly, I think I was having a boring ass day. Like, I don't think I had nothing going on. I think I had the day off or whatever. And I was like, for real though, I was like, I'll chill with you. But in my head, I was just kind of like, girl, why? But I still did. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm going to just chill with this dude, I guess. Like, whatever. And I feel like that was a whack move on my part. But what ended up happening was, this nigga never chilled with me. Like, he actually stood me up. And in ways, I was kind of salty. And, like, when he stood me up, I, like, texted him being like, nigga, like, fuck you. Like, I don't fuck with you no more. Like, you whack. Like, what you doing? Like, oh, my God. Like, you whack, though. Oh, my God. Like, you know what I mean? I was just going in. I was like, you're whack. Like, how you going to tell me you want to just see me and hang out with me and then, like, you just zip on me? Like, what part of the game is that, bitch? I don't know about that part of the game, bitch. I've never been to that part of the game. So, anyways, he was trying to tell me, he was trying to go in on me when I was going in on him. He was trying to tell me that I'm whack. I was like, bitch, where? Okay, so, you know, I was just like, no. Anyways, bye. Take care, toodaloo. So, you know, I was whatever, living my life. Bitch, tell me why. Bitch, tell me why. Thursday morning, 6 a.m. again. This bitch gonna call my phone. And again, I just answer the phone. I'm like, hello, who is this? And the bitch gonna have the nerve, the gall, to tell me, bitch, you ain't learned. Bitch, she really said that shit to me. She was like, bitch, you still ain't learned. I was like, excuse me? She was trying to snatch me from the fucking bed, okay? She was so mad. She was like, I seen your number all up in his phone. Didn't I already tell you? He's my man. Just like, girl. I was like, he was trying to chill with me. I'm sorry. I was like, we didn't even chill. She goes, yeah, because I caught him. I was like, okay. I was like, all right. I was like, well, girl, it'll never happen again. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I know I told you it was going to happen again last time, but girl, it was really not going to happen again. And I really never fuck with that nigga again, honestly, because that shit had me so scared. Like, truly. Like, I was truly fucking like, bitch, like, do I got a bug in my apartment? Like, what is happening? I don't know. It was just a crazy ass time for me with that moment, because I really did feel like Somebody's watching me. Figures. I'm realizing that this nigga's screen name was Goofy Swag, some motherfucking numbers after that shit. And literally this nigga did look goofy as the fuck. And even while he looked goofy, you know, he was coming boo-boo. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I could just, you know what I mean, just breathe and just see what it be. And so this dude hit me up, and I should have known. Like, honestly, like, I'm embarrassed telling y'all this story, and I feel like that's why I didn't tell y'all this story for a minute. Because, honestly, if I'm reviewing the facts, the details, and it's cool. You know, we smoked, we was at a park and shit. I be meeting niggas at the park. So I'm like, you know what, if I don't fuck with you, I could just walk in the other direction. You know, it's a field and shit. I'll hide behind the jungle gym. Like, it's fine. Like, if I don't want to meet you, bitch, I'll just dip behind a fucking tree branch. And that's just where the fuck I'll post up. But, bitch, why? You know what, before I even ask you why, let me tell you the story before I even ask you why. Okay, so look. So I was on the internet, you know what I mean, a little while ago, and, you know, I was just feeling some type of way. I was like, you know, I need to go out there and find me a little correcting these messages, and I was kind of just like, well, you know what I mean, how goofy could he be? You know what I mean, I'm a silly bitch, so, you know, that'd be chill. So, like, let's meet up, let's hang out, you know what I mean? You know how people be doing on the internet these days, just be talking and then meeting. So we met up, his vibe was